I'm Pam Hoffman, Everyday Spacer.
I'm Jeff Miller, CME Computer and IT Solutions.
At Everyday Spacer, we show regular folks how to personally and directly participate in space exploration, science, and astronomy. We're here on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific Time, 12 midnight Eastern Time, and 1 p.m. on Saturday in Hong Kong at this time of year. I just realized it changes. We're broadcasting live from Thousand Oaks, California. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, folks. Just a little bit of cybersecurity news. In fact, let me get my keyboard. Just got an alert from FBI on their Internet Crime Complaint Center, which they call IC3. And this is about cyber fraud, cyber scams, and all of that stuff. And just in case you thought that you were alone, if you've gotten hit, you're not. Losses total exceeding 262 million. Whoa. Basically, 262 is what they know about. A lot of it goes unreported, and others, they're unclear as to how much actually got nabbed. And basically it says a lot of the stuff that I've said in past videos, but this is a good summary of everything that social engineering.
Okay.
Basically, they lie to you, phishing domains and websites where they trick you into giving them information that help them compromise your stuff. And they have some suggestions. Basically what I've been saying, although they go a little bit farther than what I've been saying. I'm not a huge fan of two-factor authentication. It doesn't help in some cases and gets in your way in a lot of cases. So
it sounds like they can still get at it if you're not careful.
Well, if they get you to help them, that's where the use bookmarks or favorites for navigating to login websites. This is actually a fairly important one because it keeps you from mistyping.
Okay.
Let's say you're going to your bank, B of A, which is B of A. But what happens if you typo B of A? Well, someone might be cyber squatting on that typo.
Yeah.
And making it look just like. Now, banks like B of A, Wells Fargo, etc., they look for every single misspelling, and they basically grab those and point them to their website. So it's only someone who finds a new one that they get that. And if they find a misspelled website that looks like their bank, it's very easy for them to grab it and yank it out from underneath someone.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And so, all they have to do is show that, hey, it's purporting to be us. That's fraud. For one thing, give us the site. For the other thing, report it.
That's good.
What to do in the case of an incident? They always like you to report it to them. It doesn't mean that they're going to necessarily be investigating yours, but it gives them a good view as to what's happening.
Well, if enough people report it too.
Right.
And it's quite, out.
Yeah, that's okay. No, but if enough people report it, then that's, then they get it. And plus, if they happen to get yours at just a critical time, they might be able to get someone. But it's not likely, but it's always worth doing, if not for the fact that there's a small chance that they'll actually be able to help, but also it's kind of think of it as a civic duty to help them basically figure out where things are, who's doing what, that sort of thing, so that they can get in the effect. Reset or revoke compromised credentials. Basically, they get into an account, you need to change your passwords, etc., and your questions. Like if they've pretty much done away with asking questions because most of those can be answered with some research. Mother's maiden name. Well,
that's one of the easiest ones.
Yeah, you can research that in just public records.
Your first pet might be a little harder.
Right.
Especially if you had your first pet before the internet.
Right, yeah.
And now, no.
Right, yeah. File a complaint. They've said that twice, but contact your financial institution was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And they can usually we had someone who was 2 minutes away from their money being gone forever. They contacted their bank and they stopped the wire transfer right before it left.
Yeah, don't dally.
Yeah, don't dally. As soon as you know, call your bank or whatever. And they say stay informed. Visit the ic3.gov for updates. And I'll keep you guys updated on this stuff. But it is always a good thing to see. And I'll send this one. I'll post this link, and it will have. And if you just remove the back part of it and just do ic3.gov, that'll get you to their main page.
Yeah.
But this is the link for the main thing.
And you've actually got another Zoom. Yeah, well, I figured we'd do those as soon as
Yeah.
we're done. We've actually got another. You actually have another Zoom set up in January for.
Yeah.
Like Janie's been to all of them now, I think.
Yeah.
And basically just talking about all this stuff and people discussing it between themselves. We had a very good turnout last time. There were 7 other people.
Yep.
Besides us.
Looks like. Are we doing the 7th or 14th? I think
it's the 7th.
Yeah, January 7th.
We will confirm that at a later
Executive
date,
decision. It's January 7th. Yeah.
I think it was anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we hope to see you guys there. So let's get back to
more
the show.
information next episode.
Yeah. Hi, Don.
Oh, you should.
Oh yeah, we're done with.
We're done with that. Okay, beg pardon. Okay.
Okay. So, hi, Don.
Hey, Don, welcome. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yep. Hey, Cliff.
Hey, Cliff. Glad you're here.
Yeah, really glad you're here. Janie.
Last
November Friday, everyone.
Yep. Happy Thanksgiving,
Yep.
Janie.
Hey, Scott.
Happy
Yeah.
Thanksgiving to you too.
Yep. So.
I think that's it, right?
Yep, that's it for now.
All right. You want to do that part?
Okay. Yep. This episode is just about being thankful. So we'll be back in 8.3 seconds. There's a link to that book in the description. If you want a signed copy of the book, write Pam at everydayspacer.com for details. And happy Thanksgiving to our friends, family, and followers in the United States of America.
Tonight is a casual episode. We have a long weekend off from work, and traditionally we like to take time around Thanksgiving to tell each other what we are grateful for. You are welcome to participate even if you are not in the States. Gratitude is always a good activity to practice wherever you may be in the universe.
And you don't have to limit yourself to this one day either. Being thankful is a fine way to spend your time and energy.
Hey, there's Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Welcome. Thanks, Groovy. All right. Excellent. Thank you so much for being here. So I'll start. I'm grateful for bacon this year. We spread out our feast. There's just too much food for one meal anymore. And we made bacon last Sunday, and it's always so good. We don't get it very often, but we happen to have some in the freezer and pulled it out and fried it up. How do you like to make your bacon? I'm always looking for good ways to do stuff. Thanks to our guests, we have over 50. They are in a playlist on the Everyday Spacer channel. There have been some amazing people on our show. Check it out.
We've had a couple who weren't over 50.
No, over 50 guests. Clef is definitely not in the States. No. Not in the United States. I think do they call them states there? I think it's states, isn't it, Cliff? Or is it something else?
Yeah. Well, so I'm thankful for you guys and for Pam and bacon.
And bacon.
And, and for our long-term friends.
Like John Jenkins.
And Cliff Watson and Janie Becker and our new friends.
Scott's definitely a new friend. Naomi.
Yep.
Roger Carlson. And Dan's kind of a long-term friend.
Yep. And Hein Cherry.
And we're thinking future friends too, but no spoilers. You've got to wait for that one.
Yep.
States are territories. Okay, Cliff.
Yep.
Interesting.
Makes me wonder what's the difference between a state and a territory.
Is one a different size?
Yeah. Because here, technically, Guam is a territory, not a state.
Right. In our country.
Yeah.
You got that one?
Yeah. Jamie says, grateful for a
Yes.
laptop and printer when they work
Oh,
together. Currently working hard to get new Epson printer to function.
I love it when it works. It's
Okay,
frustrating
just a
when it
little
doesn't.
bit of tech support here. If you're using USB, Jamie, you can't plug in the USB before you load the drivers. So you have to unplug it, remove the Epson drivers, reload, reboot your computer, reload the Epson drivers, and when it tells you to, plug in the USB. Just Windows messes up if you plug it in before you put in the drivers.
Interesting.
Because Windows will try to make its best guess, but it won't have the right driver, so it'll pick something that's not right. So
careful the universe and all the explorers. Absolutely.
yeah. So Janie, you have my phone number. Call me tomorrow. if that doesn't just do it for you, call me tomorrow.
Yeah. So I guess there's sort of an order for that one.
Yeah, USB Windows is kind of funky on it because it tries to help too much. Because you plug in a hard drive or a thumb drive, it just works. You plug in because they all have a single standard. Each printer has its own driver though.
Okay.
So you plug in a printer and it goes, oh, here, let's just load a printer driver. Not that one.
That's special.
But it's a printer driver. Yeah. And so it doesn't work unless you get really, really lucky.
Janie made me think about all the different research and citizen science projects, which actually gives us an opportunity to help with some of that research. So yeah, it's a great time to be alive and working with all this stuff.
And some of the recent citizen science projects may have given them the evidence that they need to put the final nail in the coffin of increased expansion of the universe. Yeah.
Forever. It's never stopping.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and Jamie says,
oh, good.
Thanks for basic advice. We'll call tomorrow. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Some things are simple, but not everything.
So some things, when you get two things that are supposed to be simple and put them together, sometimes it makes it complicated.
Oh, yeah.
The
profiles.
Yeah.
We really like to learn about these people in the profiles.
Yep.
I think this is the first one that'll be profile to guest, right?
No, not the first one.
No? Who have we done a profile on before that became a guest?
I don't remember. No, I don't think so.
I don't think we've had one.
Okay. But
more teaser.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, it's going to be really casual. And if you think of something, I'm kind of curious what you did on Thanksgiving Day, if you did anything interesting, went anywhere. My daughter called me and she said they went to a friend of my brother's who is a chef. And apparently it was a very big gathering, 25 so people, and lots and lots and lots of food, and really, really good food too, because this person is a chef. So yeah, that sounded like a really nice Thanksgiving adventure. And there's like some Thanksgiving music on Amazon. I was like, what is that like? And I haven't had a chance to really listen to it, but I think I will someday, because you think about like the holidays and it's sort of...
Well, they can do gobbling, turkeys gobbling. And then for percussion, they can have the beheading of the turkeys.
Oh, boy. That's not this show, please.
Then they can pluck.
Oh, God. So, yikes. No, I was kind of thinking about in the past, I've been in, and we went to a lot of Unitarian Universalist church services, and one of the things that one of the ministers was saying was this, Thanksgiving is like a road bump on the way to Christmas, which I hope we don't think of it that way, but it kind of feels like it sometimes when there's so much emphasis on Christmas and shopping, like Black Friday is the very next day. Today is actually Black Friday. And if you're in a different country, you don't know what that is. It's like a supercalifragilistic day to shop. And it's punctuated by fights and crazy, like Cabbage Patch Kids were once one of the big deal gifts, and people fought over it to get the last one in the store. And we actually learned about a trick they would do. They had a few in the store, and then you had to get something for your kid because there weren't any more for Christmas. And then you came back for the Cabbage Patch Kids, so they doubled their money. We got another one.
Yeah, Okay, far more explicit, Jeff. Grateful for Hofset turkey dinner with friend. Yep.
Oh, okay. Hoff's
Yeah.
Hut. I don't think I've been there.
Yeah, and we went to Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel, yeah. There's one out
because-
here, and it's a outlet stores in
Camarillo.
Camarillo?
Yeah, I think it
Oxnard?
is. Well, it was
It said
confusing
Oxnard.
because, well, no, there was an Oxnard police officer there. Now they could just be going for dinner, but
I don't think they were.
But if they were on patrol, then that's actually Oxnard. But I've always thought of it as Camarillo, but who knows?
Yeah, I think it says Oxnard on that. Oxnard Outlets is part of the
possibly,
thing.
yeah.
So, and is Hoff's Hut in Long Beach, Janie?
I've heard of Hoff's Hut, but I don't remember if I've ever gone to one.
I don't think I have. I know Dawn has a pretty good sized family in the area. I hope you got to see your family, Dawn. That'd be nice. It's
my sister drove halfway up the state to go see my cousin. When
he says state, he means Michigan. So
yeah,
I guess Michigan is kind of a big deal because of all the different peninsulas.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just it's in the shape of a mitt.
Seal Beach, but they said there's 4 peninsulas into those Great Lakes. I was like, what? There are 4? No, it's kind of like 2.
Oh, it's the mitt. Well, there's the Upper Peninsula, which is a peninsula.
Right.
There's this part, and then there's this part. There might be some itty bitty things somewhere, but
well, it's kind of astonishing for such a. You don't think of it as a really big state. It kind of has a lot of turf and a real lot of coastline from the Great Lakes. Anyway, so yeah, we'll continue to watch for your comments on that. I don't know anything about Scott's traditions, so Scott, if you want to share, you're welcome to do so. Especially if you're thankful for something, you got to do something interesting, fun. My sister said she stayed home and she worked on her place. It's very small.
Yeah. Well,
she's got to move again in the spring. Like, ugh.
Well, I would imagine in Australia, they'd be thankful that the wildlife didn't kill them that year.
What was it we were looking at earlier? They banned an episode of Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
Because it talked about, well, spiders are these little tiny things. You shouldn't be afraid of them. But in Australia, that's not true.
Yeah.
Even a little one can get you. And now, and we have the daddy longlegs here, which is like kids play with them. And they're one of the most venomous spiders in the world. But
except that their mouth parts are so small that they can't actually punch through the outer layer of your skin.
No, they can't they can't grab it on. So they're like, you play with them.
Yeah.
I've played with them.
Yeah. I got bit by one.
You did? What? I didn't think you could.
It caught me right in here.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Second chemotherapy, not feeling well, but it was worse thing. All the food and drinks taste like poison. Oh no.
Yeah, that sort of stuff messes with your taste buds. Sorry about that, Cliff.
Ugh. Celebrate Thanksgiving with family in Acton. All right. Wash dishes for 13 people. My goodness. Well, that's like hero level work. Washing dishes, man. That is a big deal. Good for you, Scott. I appreciate that. Healing prayers for Cliff.
Yes.
Oops. Okay. There it is. Thanks, Janie.
Yeah.
We really appreciate that. And yes, absolutely. We will be thinking about you, Cliff, a lot. I have to check that out.
Yeah.
There's like a couple things we wanted to check out, I think, in the area. Like, we joined the app when we were there, and they said, if you come back within 30 days, you get a free appetizer. Starving. Well, it is like afternoon for him.
And
Saturday afternoon.
I'm really happy to hear that, Cliff, because a lot of times people get off their food,
lose their appetite. Yeah.
And the fact that you want to eat, I'm really happy about that, Cliff.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess some of the marijuana is one of the things that people will do if they have no appetite anymore, but they need to eat. So, and here it's becoming legal in many, many places in the country. So,
in fact,
what an interesting shift.
We have to close our doors every once in a while just because it smells like burnt skunk around here.
Yeah, the first time I was like, what the hell? Somebody roasting a skunk? Oh, it was crazy. It's so strong. So surprising. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
We click, but it doesn't work all the time. Anyway, so I'm really glad you're here. Again, we're just going to be really casual. I do want to tell you that Everyday Spacer is sponsored by CME Computer and IT Solutions. Oh, and I got some updates on the build for the telescope. I'm hoping to get over into the shop over the weekend and do some more work on it and broadcast live as well. I've been trying to figure out this conundrum with the fastener and the worm screw thing, and
you've got them on the hunt for it too.
Well, I went to the store that we bought it from, and they had some information, sort of, but they said to call, and it's Explore Scientific is the name of the company, and so I called, and this man Kent called me back. They had a video online. It was like, oh, I can watch their video, and they skipped right over that part. So yay!
Yep, they did.
And Kent
the
was
part
like,
before that, the part after that.
Yep,
skip that part.
And Kent was like, oh, we did. So he went looking for more information. I also talked to Donald. I asked Donald about it because he's very mechanical minded. I'm kind of tempted to just build the box and see what happens once it's all together.
It might hold itself together, yeah.
Yeah, I'm real excited about that, getting that finalized and getting it out and taking a look at some things. And talk about grateful. It's a beautiful machine, and I can't wait. Yeah, we gotta.
Yep. And Janie says essential oil of peppermint can be helpful for appetite or spearmint. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, Scott. Yes. Yes. Wait for it. You want to do this? Because then we'll get to that, and then Scott can find out.
Want to do
this one here? Some stellar events.
Oh yeah. Oh, some stellar events. Yes.
So I'll read part of it, and you can read the rest of it.
Yeah.
All right. So stellar events this week. We're talking about November 28th through December 5th. November 28th, that's today, is the first quarter moon. The moon is at apogee, and Saturn is stationary, or pure stationary. November 29th, the moon is on the equator. Saturn and the moon are in conjunction. Saturn is 3.7 degrees south of the moon. Also, Neptune and the moon are in conjunction.
Plus, Mercury appears stationary. December 3rd, Uranus and the moon are in conjunction. And Pleiades is 0.8 degrees south of the moon.
That sounds like a occultation to me.
Could. I mean,
but they didn't say anything on the calendar, did they?
December 3rd is a full cold moon. Well, if it's not lit, if it's not in the sun, it's darn cold.
What they say is super moon too, or something like.
Yeah, okay, it's a full cold super moon because every single moon is a super moon now, I guess.
No, they're not. But the perigee part does.
Moon is at perigee, yeah. On December 5th, the moon rides high. Also on December 5th is our Friday night show, and we have a guest. I can't wait to tell you who it is. Find us Fridays at 9 p.m. Pacific time on the Everyday Spacer Facebook page and the Everyday Spacer YouTube channel.
Well, one of them worked tonight on Facebook. One of them did, one of them didn't. So what inspires you the most for the coming week? Oh, I guess I got to advance this a little more. There you go.
Yeah. If you or someone you know has done something interesting involving space exploration, science, or astronomy, we'd love to share our live. And join us again next Friday, December 5th, for Isaac Arthur.
Isaac Arthur will be here next Friday.
Yep.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. And we're going to talk to him early in the week and show him around StreamYard. A couple things have changed probably since he's been here, and mostly to just sort of chit chat and explain kind of how we do this. And we'll probably, unless there's something earth shattering, we'll probably skip the cybersecurity stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Returns.
Yeah.
Well,
we did a profile of him, but
we did a profile of him, and I think this will be the first time that we've had a profile, and then we've had someone as a guest, so that ought to be pretty interesting. I hope. Yeah, he's very interesting.
Yeah, I like his take on things, of taking something and let's science it, but he takes concepts from fiction or popular press and then sciences them.
The depth of knowledge he has is just wow. Yep. Yeah, healing wishes for Cliffy. Yes.
Yep.
Thanks, Dan. Really appreciate that. So, we'll just stick around for a little bit, talk with you, and if you got any other interesting things you want us to do, suggestions for, I do want to get to, Janie had an astronaut she was interested in. I kind of just have to figure out how to do that at some point. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get some of the astronauts.
Mm-hmm.
They're not exactly, well, they are accessible and they aren't, like if something comes up, they just can't make it. They just can't. And I don't even know how it happens anymore. I think once upon a time there was a website to go to, but I'm not sure. Now, it should be a good show. Yeah, Cliff.
Yeah.
I think so too. And I, you know what I like about this is we kind of ask them about themselves. So there's no real, like, nothing's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's an easy show for them, an easy episode for them, an interview. We just pretty much ask, who are you? What are you about? How'd you get into this?
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about it? What do you hate about it? Kind of things.
And he really fits the everyday spacer.
Sure does.
Because he was an everyday person who basically put himself on the track to get into, space stuff.
Yeah.
And now he's National Space Society, I think.
Yep, he's
the president.
The president of the National Space Society, and he does. I can't believe he's got the time to do as many episodes as he does, and he's got millions and millions of, hundreds of millions of views on his his YouTube channel. It's like,
mm-hmm.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a lot of videos there. He has like almost 1,000.
Right.
800 some.
And his
crazy.
Yeah. And he's got good story to his videos too.
Mm.
I mean, he takes a concept and he just, okay, how would this actually work? And yeah. I just remembered something that that I'm thankful for. And it's been in the news lately.
Mm.
Jeff Bezos launched, basically brought back the first stage. He now has a reusable first stage.
Well, that's great.
So that makes two of our, launch companies, they have reusable first stages, and they're not small reuse, first stages either. So that's good.
Yeah, we don't drive around our car and throw away the engine every time. So, hello, let's do that with rockets.
Yeah.
Hey, I think that's a great idea. I've seen a couple of those. And that's Dan says Cody's Lab on YouTube would be a great guest with his Mars-based analog. Oh, I didn't know he did a Mars-based analog.
I think I tried getting him as a guest really early on in our show.
Ah, okay.
And either he was busy or he didn't know who we were, and it just didn't turn out. But now that we've been going on for 5 years, almost.
Over 5 years. Oh, yeah. Who is that? Bert Dicht from the NSS?
Yeah.
Oh, you know Bert Dicht.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do you think he'd make a great guest? That's the question there.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. I don't know that name.
Well, I think anyone in the NSS would, because they're everyday spacers, whatever they do,
sure.
they'd have some interesting take on it.
And there's a lot of personalities in the National Space Society. NSS means National Space Society, for those who do not already know. Yeah. And that's the National Space Society, sort of a merger between the National Science something and the L5 Society. Well,
and Planetary Society.
No, Planetary Society is still its own thing.
Oh, it is.
Oh yeah, definitely. But this was, I was around for when they merged. And the one of them had all kinds of chapters, and the other one had some money. So and Werner von Braun started the National Science whatever one, the other one, not the L5 Society. That's part of the L5 Society. So this is a pretty good mesh of organizations.
O'Neill was part of the L5, right? He was one of the early members of
O'Neill. I think he was. I think he was. Yeah. But it's a great one. Are there any feasible ways to deal with Kessler syndrome? Okay, so Kessler syndrome. If we put too much stuff in our orbit, at some point we may not be able to go there anymore.
Right, because pieces will hit other pieces, and they'll make many more pieces, and it becomes a chain reaction. And
the Chinese just got
Yeah.
hung up by that. They got hit. Their station got hit.
Maybe they shouldn't have blown up a satellite.
Maybe. I don't know.
It'd be really ironic if it was a piece from that. That'd be really funny.
I don't know how they can tell. Can they tell, you think?
Possibly.
Hardware's hardware, right?
Yeah. Well, they tried really hard to track pieces.
Yes.
But these pieces are so small that I don't know if they're trackable.
And if you think of a bullet, it's very small too. But if at high velocity, it can make a pretty big hole, especially going out. In, they go small, but out, they can go. So,
yeah. So, Dan,
I don't know if that's true of the parts out.
Really,
space,
there's two ways of dealing with the Kessler syndrome. Well, three, but one of them's unfeasible. The first one is don't let it happen in the first place.
Preventative, okay.
Yeah, we're almost not there anymore. The second way, most feasible way, is to wait, because a good chunk of the stuff that would be causing us a problem is fairly lightweight. And as the sun heats up our atmosphere and causes the atmosphere to balloon, it will go out and create drag on the pieces that are near the inner edge, and they'll start slowing down and they'll start spiraling in. So eventually a good chunk of it will go. Some of it will actually,
not all of it,
spread out and get farther and farther away from us. And if it's got just enough velocity, it'll have escape velocity, but it may take a while.
You think? I don't know about that. I don't know if those pieces will go eventually. Do you think? Will they? Interesting.
Eventually.
Okay, I knew someone would come in and burn up in the atmosphere.
Well, and here's the thing: all of them will eventually come in, unless they escape. It won't be forever, because even Saturn's rings will eventually end up in Saturn. Now,
yes, right.
Will it be in a time frame that matters to us? Probably not, but it will eventually happen.
Because we want to keep launching things out.
Right. We want to keep making it worse.
Well.
But, and then, yes, go ahead, Jeannie. Yeah, that is the third way. And here's the thing.
Come on, it's resources.
If we launch from the moon, it might be feasible. Launching from here, we'd be launching so much stuff up there to try to collect the stuff that I don't know that we'd be making the problem smaller. I mean, it'd be so expensive to get something up there just to bring stuff back down, because we'd need so much fuel or something to deorbit it. If we wanted to use it, we'd have to deorbit it controlled. If you want it to burn up, then then you're basically spending a lot of money to make something that'll make this much difference. I mean, you'd have to throw up so many of them that it's just, it's kind of like dealing with a swarm of bees with a fly swatter. It's like, you'll get a few of them, but yeah, won't really affect the swarm.
And Dan says, how could any orbiting object reach escape velocity on its own?
Okay, the reason is because when things hit, sometimes their two velocities add together. Some of the pieces of it will shoot out. Some will shoot in. Some will get faster. Some will get slower. The ones that go faster could possibly have escape velocity. Basically, nothing in orbit can get it. But if two orbital things hit each other, then some of the pieces will hit escape velocity. Some of them will get slowed down and spin in. But eventually, everything will, through just solar wind hitting it, will slowly get itself in.
Drag solar
wind.
But
it'll take a long time to clear it out.
We need better solutions.
Yeah. The good thing is the small light stuff that you can't track will go first.
So SpaceX has launched, is it over 110 rockets or payloads?
Well, I think
I can't imagine 110 rockets. I mean, that's Russia level launching. Once upon a time, Russia launched like 400 things a year, 400 rockets a year.
Right, yeah.
That was like, it blew me away when I learned about that in years ago. You used to be able to, probably online now, you used to be able to order stuff from NASA that would tell you that kind of thing. Like spin-offs, NASA spin-offs. Unbelievable, interesting, and very, very clear how the space program has brought us a return on investment. So the things in those magazines would be pertaining to what? Rockets. Oh my goodness. So would be pertaining to the ways that the technology was also used in the general culture. Like if you have a cell phone, right? If you have one of these, a cell phone, you can thank the space program. If you have certain tennis shoes, you can thank the space program. If you've watched boat race, regatta, you can thank the space program for the faster boats, because they've got these ridges along them that help them go faster through the water. I mean, just
Or GPS for one
almost
thing.
yep, almost every aspect of our lives has been touched by and improved by the space program. I think we've done an episode
Mm-hmm.
the spin-offs, NASA spin-offs.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we have.
Boy, that's rockets, huh, Cliff? I have to check on that because that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got 3 now. Watch for
Yeah.
Dan first. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
Dan
doing it?
first. Yeah, I think aerogel large mass could sweep out certain orbital paths. Yeah, but you'd have to make the aerogel up in orbit, because just making a rocket big enough to hold a big enough mass of aerogel would be a lot of weight. So
And I
you'd
don't know
have
how
to
it's
make it.
made.
Yeah, you'd have to make it up there.
It feels like styrofoam. It feels like
Right.
spiky styrofoam.
Yeah, but it's and yeah, if you could make it up there, it'd clear out a path. But Dan, space is big. Even the nearby space around Earth, it's big.
Maybe
now,
there's priority lanes though. There might be
right.
priority
Now,
segments, spots,
throwing some stuff
areas. I don't know.
In the main path of, say, the ISS, that makes a lot of sense. And it doesn't mean that stuff can't come in from other directions.
Yeah.
But most of the stuff that they hit will be from the direction that they're going. Yeah, go ahead.
And JD says freeze dried foods. Now, are you referring to doing an episode on that?
Oh no, shit! Things that we got from NASA.
Oh yes, yes, you're right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because
power tools.
Yeah,
that would be a good episode though. The freeze dried foods.
Yeah, power tools. Yeah,
power tools. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the battery packs, because
I don't
think it. Yeah, it probably would have happened eventually anyway, but they needed to invent them for NASA, and then
needs. I mean, if you need something, then there's a motivation to invent it. If you kind of don't, it's less motivation.
Yeah, because NASA
it can happen still.
But NASA wanted freeze dried foods. They needed power tools. Yeah,
got it.
Oh, and yeah, Cliff says the American Space Museum tells you on their show. And last week, 110 Falcon 9s were launched.
110.
Or as of last week, not just last week
for the year.
Oh,
but hey, remote sensing, yes.
Yeah.
Probably weather satellites came from.
Heck, knowing what the weather's going to be. I mean, it turned it from someone sticking their head out the window and looking at dials.
There's a little more to that.
Yeah, but still, it used to be they would have little weather stations where they'd measure the wind velocity and the air pressure and the temperature, and then they'd call each other and figure out what's going on in more than just their neighborhood. But with satellites, it can just do that all at once.
John says last year SpaceX launched 134 rockets. Wow, I did not know that. Thank you very much, Don.
Well, last year they launched 134. We got to tell Elon he's slacking.
Well, 110 Falcon 9s and it was 20, 34, another 24 of something else.
Yeah.
That Falcon Heavy probably, right?
Yeah.
They did a bunch of those.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's very definitely becoming a commercial industry, like a real commercial industry.
Yeah.
Which is terrific.
I remember going to, what was the space conference that we used to go to in Arizona?
Space Access?
Space Access Society. Yeah. I mean, I remember going there where everyone was complaining about the lack of the ability to launch. Then it got to the point where they were talking about, okay, how do we set the regulations so we can launch? Then it was, hey, we got the regulations set. Here's this guy from the FAA to talk about the regulations that we got set. Because without regulations, you couldn't do it. Because there was too much liability for the U.S. And then a couple of guys who are actually part of that, the space launch group came up with companies and actually did it. So that's pretty cool. And, I happen to, in fact, Jeff Greason was one of the ones who authored, was one of the ones who was working on those regulations. So, and he was a great guest, and I've known him forever in those conferences.
So let's see. You have Scott says he has a Starlink system, and it is amazing.
Yeah.
Way cool.
Yep.
Anthrofuturist channel on YouTube would be another great guest. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know who that is. Let me write down. Because if we have to go looking later, it gets harder. Anthro. Tell me more. Dan, tell me more if you can.
I'll have to look
cool.
at it because just looking at the name of it, I'm thinking furry.
Jeez.
Ah,
Okay. I don't know. All right.
spacesuit looks like a rabbit suit.
Jeez.
Which astronaut is it? Oh, the one with the cat ears. Oh,
God. Yeah, that might be a new category of space traveler. Anything else on your mind?
it depends on if someone says something that
Okay.
triggers my brain.
Yes. Okay. All right. So we got some really good ideas for future episodes. Thank you so much. And we've talked about some of the things that came out of the space program. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. If you get a chance to handle the aerogel, yeah, take advantage of that. That's weird stuff.
They call it a gel, but it's not like
No.
squishy like a gel. It's
basically
basically
invisible.
It's like holding pumice, but it's lighter.
Very light.
Yeah.
Very, very light.
Okay. Dan says.
For lunar bases. Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, Peter'd be a good.
Yeah.
I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. So anthrofuturist. Okay, that'll be interesting.
Oh, there's Guy.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. It's been a great just hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly.
Yep.
We really do appreciate your time being here with us, and it always makes it a better show.
Yep.
So Dan was here, and Scott and Dawn.
And Cliff.
And
Janie.
Oh, Miss Naomi.
Oh, yeah.
She's one of our new friends.
Yep. She's one of our new friends. And she wasn't here today. Oh, well.
Well, she's in Australia, so it's not really a holiday for her. I'm like, right, yeah. Oh, but it's a holiday weekend. Yeah. Oh, wait, she's in Australia. Not quite. All right, I think we got everybody, right?
Yeah. And Dan says, might be
Oh, like anthropologist.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That helps. Heck, if you got a link, send me an email with it. That'll make it even easier. I just haven't heard of it.
Yep.
So, good. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, so that could be the name of it. So.
All right. And let me write down.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for all the great ideas, and we will see you next week.
With Isaac Arthur. Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yep, I can't wait either.
We will continue to watch for your comments. Thank you so much for being here. Anything else from you?
Nope.
I'm good.
Yep.
So grateful.
And
for
thank
all of
you,
it.
thank you all of you.
Have a great week, folks. Good night.
Good night.